I train before the day. I map out the store. I put my headband on with pride and go for hours without sleep in order to get my list finished. This year, my sub-team of 4 people spent $1,500 within 12 hours. How much of that money and those items on those lists were actually due to me? Almost none of them. I like to buy the perfect gifts for those on my list, as much as I love Black Friday. When I go shopping, I like taking my time, which is something I simply can't afford to do on Black Friday. I like good customer service, which I'd be lucky to find any customer service on Black Friday, much less sincere and quality customer service, and I like to know that the money I spend is going back into the local economy. Large retailers like Target and Walmart can't suit my needs, but small businesses that are locally owned can. Some say that small businesses are inconvenient or overpriced, but small businesses provide quality items, reduce America's dependency on foreign markets and illegal labor, and help the economy at the local and national scale, which is why all Americans should start to shop more at locally owned small businesses. When I go shopping, I love good customer service. In small businesses that are locally owned, the owner usually lives within the area, which means he'll have to deal with the people that come through his stores when he goes to public places like church or a school sporting event. The higher prices you see on locally owned small businesses' store items might be due to the fact that the items in the store are handmade or that they are unique in some way. In a small business, you can ask the owner or employees about the products, and they can give you a little more background or maybe even a cool story about the gift or item you're about to purchase. This year, I would rather spend $60 on a wooden block set than $54.99 on a drum-playing Elmo, because the wooden block set is a traditional gift that will be used for generations, and the drum-playing Elmo is a fad that could easily break. Another reason to shop at locally owned small businesses is that America needs to reduce her dependency on foreign imports, because foreign imports increase the amount of illegal labor. The Economic Policy Institute report, The Walmart Effect, stated that in 2006 we were at a $235 billion trade deficit with China. The deficit has eliminated 1.7 million U.S. jobs, and Walmart is responsible for 200,000 of those jobs and 11% of that deficit. John C. McCarthy of Forrester Research estimated that by 2015 we will have lost 3.3 million U.S. jobs to overseas and $126 billion of revenue. Demand for lower prices and higher quantity makes workers overseas get paid less. The China Labor Bulletin states the minimum wage in China needs to be increased between 40 to 60% to meet the standard of living that's necessary for Chinese workers. But most Chinese companies don't even pay minimum wage. GlobalEnvision.org interviewed Gap, who was recently investigated for having illegal labor in their production facilities. Gap stated that quotas and production levels are needed to get paid, and that in order to meet these quotas, workers will oftentimes bring their children into the factories, therefore causing child labor. And if these workers don't meet the quotas, they can also suffer physical punishment, the loss of pay, or the loss of their job. Gap says that when they did their own investigation, 90% of the foreign plants that they were about to purchase were not up to code with the Fair Labor Standards Act. The third reason to shop at a locally owned small business is that it helps the local and national economy. Small businesses created 65% of all new net jobs in the past 17 years, according to the Census Bureau. GreenUpdater.com, a website devoted to small businesses and locally owned businesses, has a chart that shows if you spend $100 at a locally owned business, $27 leaves the economy and $73 stays. If you spend $100 at a non-locally owned business, $57 leaves and only $43 stays. When money stays within a local economy, it goes to local charities, local workers, locally bought materials, and normally locally small locally owned businesses are more likely to sponsor school organizations and events. Some solutions to the fear that small locally owned businesses are overpriced and inconvenient are these. Shop around between small local businesses to price out gifts. Ask employees or the owners for suggestions and stories to make your gifts feel a little bit more worthwhile. Look for the Made in America sign, engravement, or section of the store. Shop on Small Business Saturday. Small Business Saturday was recently created by American Express. American Express is a huge company, and that goes to show that small businesses are important, especially at the national level. Small Business Saturday promotes the doors being open longer in small businesses and at earlier times. 1.2 million joined in 2010, according to smallbusinesssaturday.com. As long as people still need me to shop on Black Friday, I will, but my actual list will get done at small local stores. I encourage everyone to do last-minute holiday shopping, and next year and the year after that, and all the years to come, holiday shopping at small local businesses, so that you too can receive great customer service, quality products, reduce America's dependency on foreign markets and illegal labor, and help our local and national economy.